what I don't want you to do in these moments is lose yourself, turn into a robot, and become something that you're not. I want you to find a way as you master these frameworks to let your personality come through. Hey everyone, I'm Shannyn Lee, the Managing Director at Win Without Pitching, and I'm back with you today to answer another Ask Me Anything question. Blair and I recently hosted a webinar. We'll put the link to the replay in the notes here of this YouTube video. And one of the attendees afterwards got in touch and said, hey, I do have a question, because Blair and I role-played the qualifying conversation in this webinar. And that attendee's question was, I'm going to read it here if that's okay. I noticed you had a very formal tone on the call. No effort to lighten the mood or connect personally in any way. Is this the intention, or is it just part of how the role play filled out? Great question. And my response is, in that moment, in that role play, where when I'm role playing with Blair, he can play a little bit of a tough character, a little bit of a badass. I channel my inner badass vibe in response. And I was pretty focused. I was pretty clinical. I was pretty clear and direct. And that is what everybody saw in that role play, was a more serious side of me, because in that moment, that is what I felt was required. Now, if you see me in a real sales conversation that I lead for Win Without Pitching all the time, you might see a more fun and light version of me, but I still am going to be clear and focused and disciplined, working my way through the framework. The reason I think that this is an important question is because, yes, we are teaching you frameworks for how to qualify, for how to have a value conversation. But what I don't want you to do in these moments is lose yourself, turn into a robot, and become something that you're not. I want you to find a way as you master these frameworks to let your personality come through, but be aware of when you're too friendly, and that too friendly nature causes you to give concessions in the sale, like, oh, well, okay, I'll lower the price, or yeah, sure, we'll do it faster, no problem, when that's going to put your team through a lot on the other end. So I think there is a way to lighten the mood. I think it's a matter of kind of the moment, the person you're talking to. I don't think you have to necessarily mirror that person and how they are and who they show up as in these calls. You have to be kind of intuitive and good at reading the situation. Now, what I also shared in my response back to this question was, there was a role play Blair and I did in a workshop where he was just a tough customer, and I finally had kind of had it, and I wanted to lighten the mood. And I just brought some empathy. I said, hey, I can see the stress and the tension that you're under, and I'm really sorry. It sounds like it's pretty hard day to day within your company right now. God, if we were together, I'd give you a shot of tequila, and that would probably help us both relax into this conversation a little bit differently. And Blair, he was in the role play with me. He laughed because it helped him to just, take a breath. So you can feel free to use some humor, use some empathy, be vulnerable in these moments. It's okay. Just remember to be yourself, but remember to follow the framework and bring the discipline and lead in these conversations. So hope that was helpful. We'd love to see any of you in the workshops coming up in June 3rd to the 6th. We're in 2024. We host these every 6 weeks, every 2 months or so. And if you have any questions, please hit reply, ask me through our YouTube channel, email me at shannyn@winwithoutpitching.com, SHANNYN. Check out the workshop page if you want to learn more about the workshops. Okay, everybody, great to be with you today. Cheers.